Air now at 4. 2 law enforcement officers have been shot in Colbert County. Muscle Shoals police confirmed one of those officers is a Sheffield police officer. This is all happening near the Walmart and Shoals Southgate Shopping Plaza. I'm Marie Waxel.
And I'm Dan Schaefer. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Our team of reporters is on top of this story for you right now.
We want to begin with Way 31's Brecken Terry this afternoon. She joins us live at the scene. Brecken, tell us, what do we know at this hour?
Well, Marie, we now know that 2 of those officers that have been shot are both Sheffield police officers. Now, this is the original scene here behind Walmart in Muscle Shoals. I can tell you guys, state troopers, the Colbert County Sheriff's Department, as well as multiple other agencies are here. As a matter of fact, there was also a scene on Avalon Avenue where a body was. The Muscle Shoals police chief did confirm with us that the body on Avalon Avenue is in connection with this situation we have right now. We also know that the suspect in all of this was shot as well. Now, there is no word on an update on any of these people's injuries at this time, but just to show you guys how busy this all is, when I was out on Avalon Avenue, they actually had the water department directing traffic at Gusmus Avenue because every single law enforcement officer in the Shoals area is either here or they are on Avalon Avenue. I've also had the opportunity to speak with a couple of other officers in the surrounding counties, Florence police officers that are actually going to be coming in and helping these departments right now with backup and securing these scenes at this time. But here's what we know right now. 2 Sheffield police officers have been shot, a suspect has been shot, and there was a deceased person on Avalon Avenue who is somehow connected in all of this. But the person who is deceased on Avalon Avenue is not a police officer, is what we're being told right now. Marie?
All right, thank you, Brecken. Just looking through, we know that there are several schools in the area. Do you know if any of those schools are on lockdown at this hour?
I believe that we did know that some of those schools, specifically Muscle Shoals City schools, went on lockdown very briefly, but they did let out of school as normal. I actually got a text message from the Muscle Shoals City School superintendent who told me, you know, they greatly appreciate the Muscle Shoals Police Department's response in all of this, because obviously, you know, something like this happens in a small town. You know, my phone's been ringing off the hook from people just wanting to know what's going on. So you can imagine parents are wanting to know the same, but everything's all good on the school front. Those school children have been able to go home at this point.
Yeah, and at this point, Brecken, we know that the public apparently is not in danger. You mentioned the suspect also being shot and possibly wounded or killed in this. Set the scene for us. Obviously, it's a Walmart. This is a busy part of town, but for some of us who are not familiar with that area of Muscle Shoals, what's around it, the major roads and shopping areas?
Yeah, well, Avalon Avenue is the major road in Muscle Shoals. So you had people having to divert traffic and find. I had to get to this scene from Avalon Avenue, go through a couple of neighborhoods as well. But this area is incredibly busy. As a matter of fact, there are tons of people out of their cars right now who are shopping in Walmart here in Muscle Shoals that are just stopped seeing, you know, what all is going on. And I can paint this scene for you right here. We do have, you know, several. We've got Cherokee Police, Tuscumbia Police, Sheffield Police are here, as well as the fire departments, and the sheriff's office is on scene. There's no word yet when, you know, possible state investigators could get in here, because we do have 2 officers shot and a suspect shot, plus a deceased person. But this is a very, very busy, very congested area. So that it's been very fluid and running situation to situation. And the city of Muscle Shoals, they just really stepped up and did a great job having, you know, guys in the water department go out there and direct traffic, because every single Muscle Shoals police officer is either at this scene or at the other scene. So you really saw, you know, that city specifically come together and divert traffic and help people, you know, as they're trying to comb through this situation and help bystanders get to where they're needing to go, because the main road in Muscle Shoals, Avalon Avenue, was shut down from Gusmus all the way to Woodmont.
Yeah. Brecken, can you clarify something for us? You said the 2 officers were shot, 2 Sheffield police officers, and then you're saying that the suspect was shot, and then there was 1 body that's connected at another scene. So is that 4 people injured in this?
Yes. Total of 4 people. And it's unclear on what the connection is just yet. I can tell you guys I've heard several different things, and I have asked, officials here on scene if what I've heard is true, and they said right now they just don't know because it is such a fluid situation. They don't know how all of this is connected, what exactly transpired. I have heard that there was a possible carjacking that turned into a police chase. We know for a fact that there was a police chase, but it's unclear how that deceased person ended up on Avalon Avenue and what the suspect's connection is and all of this. They're definitely trying to sort through all of this right now because you've got 2 major active scenes. That's what we've got right now.
Yeah, there are still a whole lot of questions to be answered here. And you mentioned a lot of law enforcement agencies involved. And whenever there's a call of a law enforcement officer shot or down, law enforcement agency boundaries go out the window and everybody responds to that. We have some viewer video we wanted to bring you very quickly to show you. We did hear, and in fact Brecken mentioned this, that there are accounts that this all started from, eyewitness accounts that this all started with a police chase that ended in gunfire between the police officers and this suspect apparently, and it ended in the Walmart parking lot. You're looking at some of this video right now from a viewer who sent this in. This is Demarius Jackson sent this to us via Facebook, and we are watching this right now. You see a lot of bystanders standing around. They're just watching what was going on. This is obviously after the major police shooting happened and police trying to figure out exactly what was going on.
This is that same video that we were watching, Dan, just moments ago before we came on air. You could hear them saying they're shooting in Muscle Shoals. You could hear them kind of reacting to what was unfolding, and ultimately this is that scene. It appears that this is that scene where Brecken was at behind the Walmart there in Muscle Shoals. This is again the old Southgate Mall area there off of Avalon Avenue. This viewer video, a lot of people just kind of caught off guard when this all happened. You could hear it in that video as it was playing back as we were watching this video. Again, this video just in to our newsroom this afternoon.
Our Sky Camera network has actually captured a little part of this scene as well. This is from our Muscle Shoals radar site, actually. We have a camera up there on that tower, and you can kind of get a visual of where you are. If you know this area, you know what we're looking at here. You can see various police officers still on the scene there. A lot of cars, a lot of slow-moving traffic in this area. Obviously, you'll want to avoid this area if at all possible. This is, again, Marie, this is along Avalon Avenue. And what was the cross street this would be?
Avalon, Woodward Avenue, just really the main thoroughfare right through Muscle Shoals, as Brecken said. And if you're just joining us, we want to bring you up to date with what we are on scene of right now. 4 people injured in that shooting, 2 Sheffield officers shot, including a suspect. And we do know that the coroner is on scene. They do have a 4th body there that they are responding to the scene there off of Avalon Avenue. 2 separate scenes, but very close in proximity to one another out there in Muscle Shoals.
4 people injured, 4 people shot, 1 person dead. We don't know the identity of that person yet.
Right, and of course emotions are very high anytime you have a law enforcement officer involved shooting like this. And remember, Dan, we were just coming off of late last night, down just to our south in Warrior. There was an officer that was shot late last night. We are told that they do have a suspect in custody from that shooting. Do we have any video from that scene from last night? Here we go. This is that scene from Warrior, Alabama. This is not Muscle Shoals. This is from actually Warrior.
Just a little north of Birmingham for reference. Apparently an officer shot there at that scene. I don't know the condition off the top of my head of this officer. Apparently
stable.
Going to be okay.
Going to be okay.
Yeah, we hear that. Stable condition in Warrior, just north of Birmingham. About an hour's drive south of the Huntsville area.
Right. So we do know there is a suspect in custody in connection with that case. But Dan, this is something that it hits home to a lot of folks, especially you have to imagine to Huntsville Police dealing with this not too long ago.
Officer Clardy, Billy Clardy III, shot during a drug enforcement operation here in Huntsville, laid to rest a couple of years ago. Very sad day for all of Huntsville, North Alabama, and of course this has ripple effects all across the country whenever law enforcement officers are gunned down in the line of duty.
Okay. And then where are we going right now? Do we have something new? Okay, we are working to gather the very latest details on the shooting.
As we mentioned, we had multiple reporters on the way to the scene. We have Brecken Terry there right now. Several other reporters are on the way. They'll be there very shortly. We're going to continue covering this for you and bring you more details in just a few moments.